Hello everybody, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Say hi when you jump on. Hit that heart button for me. Let me know that you are here and that you're watching. And in just a minute, I'm going to have a keyword pulled up here for you so that you can type that in and get the supply list for all the things we're using tonight. So y'all, I'm super excited about this. Carol inspired me yesterday. If you guys watched yesterday's live, Carol sent me a big old gift box full of goodies, and I was inspired by one of the things that was in there to make this project tonight. So let's get that keyword typed in there, huh? Here we go. You guys, we're going to try to use these cute little bees that Carol sent me yesterday. Why is this taking so long? There it goes. So the keyword for tonight is bees, B-E-E-S. Type bees in the comment. Hello, everybody. Let's see if we can make these bees work for tonight. We got a lot to cover, though. Hello, Rhea and Lorraine. Hello, Wendy and Roxanne. Hello, J.A. Hello, Wendy and Florine. Hello, Pam. Hi, Terry and Kelly and Teresa. Hi, Wendy and Wanda. And Rhea and Elizabeth. Oh my gosh, you guys. And Lisa and Jan and Lorraine. Did you guys love the new launch today? Oh my gosh. I was so excited. And I got 5 of those new transfers that I loved so much. Hi, Christine. Hello, Lisa Marie. Okay, I'm jumping down to the bottom. I see some of you guys' names, but I apologize. There were like 30 more messages since I left off right there. So if you jumped on and I didn't say your name, I do apologize. But if I started saying all the names, I would be here all day long just saying names. And we wouldn't learn anything. So, you guys, I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. All right, it killed your bank account. So, you guys, tonight we're actually going to be starting with one of these shiplap signs. This is a 9.5 by 12.5 shiplap signs. And I hope that you picked these up last month when they were in our BOGO sale. They are no longer BOGO, but you guys should all have them in your arsenal. You love the Kylan cow, yes! You should all have them in your arsenal now because they were BOGO last month, okay? Hi, Ruth. So let's go ahead and open this up. I know I grabbed some when they were BOGO. Hi, Patty. So you guys do make sure that you check out that new collection that just launched today, and make sure your subtotal in your cart hits $100 so you get free shipping on that. You ordered 5 also plus paint. Yes, Wanda K. Yes. Aloha, Erlene. How are you doing? Oh, I can't stand on my paper rolls like that. Okay, so here we go. Bees are your thing. All right, darling. You're going to love this thing because I got a lot going on with this one tonight. We're going to start off first. Hi, Sherry. By painting this with Waverly in the color Maze, okay? Now, bear with me. We're going to do a lot with this tonight, and I think you're going to love it. Bees would go actually very good with the State Wild Prince in the big, beautiful. Yes, they would. So if it doesn't work on this one, then I can use it on that one for sure. Hi, Laura Lund. Okay, I'm going to grab my favorite brushes because I feel like these right here from Walmart, they make painting so much easier. They really, really do. Oh, Maze. Oh, Maze. Let's hope I have enough of you. I'm just going to squirt some water in here, you guys. We're going to stretch it. We're going to stretch it out and make sure that we've got enough by adding a couple of squirts of distilled water and giving it a good shake. Because that's my trick to making my paint last longer. Distilled water and a good shake or a good stir. If it's too thick to pour, it needs some water, right? Hi, Linda. There we go. That's better. That's so much better. Hi, Sue. All right, you guys. This should be fast and easy then. We are just going to take our Maze from Waverly and give this a quick coat. I do not mind if I can still see the shiplap through it. I'm not trying to... Can you use paste? You absolutely can use paste. I tend to use Waverly when I'm painting just because for me, I feel like it's a really, really inexpensive way to cover a full surface without having to to use up the paste that you have to use for your transfers. But if you want to use paste because it matches what you're going to do on your transfer, then by all means you can paint with paste. Absolutely. And I am getting down there into those little groove things too. And then trying to make sure that I go the full length of my board so that I don't have too many brush strokes. Got to hop off for a few seconds. Okay. Joy. Watching while you're camping. Oh, I'm jealous. I am jealous. I still don't have my camper ready for camping season, you guys. But last weekend I did, before we left for Mackinac, I did finally get up to my camper. And you guys, you guys, I changed the carbon monoxide detector in there that has to be hardwired in. Because it's been beeping for 8 months and it was driving me crazy. They expire. And I had no idea that a camper CO2 detector was going to expire on me. Hi, Jess. Hello, everybody. These brushes are fantastic. I love, love, love these brushes. Okay. But I do get myself all messy every time I paint. Yeah, I have one extra set of those brushes right now. 2 of them that are in my little arsenal kit over here. And next time I go to Walmart, I'll probably pick up another set just because I love them so much. And I feel like I just can't have enough. All right, we're going to give this a dry with our dryer. You guys, if you're curious about this dryer that I use, this is from Ranger. And it's called a Heat It Craft Tool, and it's available on Amazon. I get a lot of people asking me about my dryer. Thank you to Miss Sissy who sent me my first one. And I have burnt out the motors in a couple because I've used them so much. Oh, you guys, I also finished my coasters, so I'll show you guys those too eventually. Crazy the RV sensors have an end of life. They do, yeah, they have an end of life built in, and they will not stop beeping until you fix it. Which is pretty cool because you ordered 3 sets of those brushes online. That's dry paint. But you're probably right. I shouldn't get my shirt all in that. Because it's still good. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tracy. All right, I think we got this nice and dry. I love this dryer because it's so quiet. And it dries so quickly. Okay, you guys. We're going to move pretty quick tonight. So if you miss any steps, just go back and watch the replay because we've got a lot to cover to make this whole thing done. And I don't want to beat around the bush too much tonight, okay? Just because I want to get through this in a decent time so you guys can actually get to bed and not be on here until midnight. All right, you guys, Dixie Belle Crackle is what we're going to use on here. This is available in my shop. And I'm just going to apply the crackle right over top. I knew that was going to happen. It does kind of dry on there sometimes, and I have a hard time getting that lid off. No big deal, though. I just got to get my opener out. I just can't. See these things, these little rubber things? They're fantastic. All right, so this is called Dixie Belle Crackle. All right, once we've got our base coat of paint on, I am going to grab another brush and we're going to apply some crackle to this. And honestly, you guys, trying to see what I'm going to go with a big flat paintbrush, okay? Because I feel like this is going to give me a very even coverage with the crackle without overworking it, okay? And this will fit in here. And so we're just going to dip this and we're going to apply it right over top of that yellow. But goodness, this doesn't want to spread very, very easily with this brush. Oh, I think this brush might be too flimsy, you guys. All right, let's try to get a different brush that's not quite as flimsy. This one might work better. There we go. That one did work so much better, you guys. Just a regular paintbrush. Hi, Krista. Oh my gosh, girl, I haven't seen you in a bit. How you been? When is my next auction? I don't know. I would love to have another auction quickly, but it's summertime and our plans just seem to be crazy already. I don't have another weekend free. Honest to goodness, you guys, I don't have another weekend free until the second weekend in July. It's birthday parties and barbecues and chalk con and a wedding, and it's just insanity. Are you guys' schedules the same as mine? Hi, Tammy. This little brush is from Home Depot. I love these brushes. They're my favorite cutting in brushes for all around my house. And they're not too expensive either. They're like $6 each. But they're fantastic. Okay, I've got a layer on there and I've got it relatively thick. Yeah, I sure can, Carol. I'm behind on everything right now and still trying to get caught up. So, you guys, I'm finally, tomorrow we're going to be able to do some more stuff that's in the VIP group that I'm not supposed to talk about on here. And I'm going to get caught up on that stuff. If you guys know, you know. But tomorrow, I'm going to try to get caught up on all of that. All right, so I put this on here fairly thick, because I feel like the thicker it is, the better the cracks you get. But you don't want it so thick that it doesn't dry either. And then we're going to give it a nice dry with our dryer tool. Now, ideally, you guys, at this point, if you want the absolute best crackle, leave this outside in the sun and let it dry completely. Wedding, chalk con, 2 family reunions, and also my volunteer work. It's insanity, isn't it? Yeah, the word for tonight is bees. B-E-E-S. Bees. Oh, thank you. Girl, we're going to be here in a minute, so I hope you plan on staying up. But it's going to be gorgeous. Totally worth every second, you guys. Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? My gosh, I feel like everybody's here tonight. If you haven't said hi yet, say hi. Type in that keyword bees. Grab that cart link for all the stuff. 2 vendor events too. Oh my gosh, Carol. That's a lot, girl. I want to do a vendor event, but I got to get a hold of this girl, Gretchen. Because when I went to that vendor event and kind of shadowed some of my Chalk Couture friends, you guys, it was insane. Gretchen blew me away. You're watching Beekeeper now? Oh my gosh. She was amazing, and the last time I saw her, I was like, girl, we need to talk. We need to talk. Hello, everybody. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Thank you so much, Mary. All right, it still looks very, very glossy and a little tacky. Sitting in the hospital with friends. Oh, well, thanks for watching in the hospital. Still a little tacky, you guys. I got a couple more spots I got to hit here. Ooh, that got on my fingers. You have no plans? Since your daughter is due, you want to keep the weekends free. Oh my gosh, Stacy's going to be a grandma. How exciting. Oh my goodness. Hi, Lori. Oh, you guys, I know that this is not the funnest thing to watch right this second, but we're getting there. I'm trying to speed up the process right now by doing it with a heat dryer. And I think I actually have it relatively good now. Ooh, except right there. All right, let's try this, y'all. Are you ready? Let's try this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go with some black. It's ink. It's by Waverly, and it's called ink, but it's not ink. It's just the color black by Waverly is called ink. Okay? And we're going to paint over top of that yellow crackle with Waverly in the color ink. Now, let's see. Oh, I think I sprayed this one last time. That's looking pretty good right now. I'm going to use a boosh. I think I'm still going to go with one of these because I like these so much. But what I want to do tonight is actually try to do more of a dry brush technique than what I normally do, even though we're doing crackle. We're just going to kind of see what happens here. That's right. Carol just reminded me, you guys, free shipping. Free shipping right now on an order of $100 or more. But I had no idea what to do with it. Oh my gosh, you're going to love this. All right, maybe we won't dry brush. Let's just see what happens. All right, so I'm going to take my brush now. The crackle is all good. Becky, we're actually going to use the vinyl tonight. But adhesive vinyl, not iron-on. So, you guys, get ready for that too. We're going to be a whole bunch of stuff tonight. All right, here we go. We're going to apply it. You don't want to overwork it. Boy, my Waverly seems thick. And then just let it crackle as it will. Now I'm going to go in one direction, then I'm going to come back in the other direction. Hello, sissy. We've already mentioned you once tonight. About my dryer and where I first got it. All right, and as this dries, it will start to crack. And I'm just kind of touching up some spots. Right here must have been pretty darn thick because immediately it crackled. I'm going to add a little bit more to that just because I wanted that to be a little bit darker right there. But you guys can already see how this is kind of cracking in spots. And as it dries, it will continue to crack. You can add a little bit more paint in the spots where it cracks too much for you. But I want it to be kind of like this, okay? And then we're going to give this a nice good dry and just watch as all of those cracks just continue to show through and you see all of that yellow pop through with that black. Oh, I love it. You guys. You love using it now instead of glue. Now, I was going to go in the opposite direction, but I don't think I'm going to. Because I like how this looks just as it is. Like I said, I don't want to use too much. And I think that this looks fantastic. Woo-hoo. I love how it's like chippy and old looking. And you definitely see all of that maize yellow popping through there. I should have filled 2 cups with water tonight for all of my brushes. We're going to need it. Y'all, look at that. Look how beautiful that finishes on there. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Now it still, to me, looks like it's a little bit wet and glossy in spots. Good thing is, crackles, I think so too. I think so too. We're going to let this dry for just a little bit more. Like right there, it still seems like it's, actually it's not. It just, oh yeah, it is. It's still not dry. All right. All right, you guys, here's where I have a question for you. This is what I'm trying to figure out in my head because I'm not quite sure what I want to do. All right. I know that you guys cannot see my full vision, but I have a bucket here. And I'm trying to decide if I want to leave the bucket galvanized or if I want to paint it white and then distress it. I'm just not quite sure. I think we're going to white and distress it. I do. I think we're going to white and distress it. So let's set this aside for a couple minutes. Let this finish drying. We've got more ideas for that. Okay, so this right here came from the Dollar Tree. And when I first got it, it had a handle on here that was this long, a really long handle. You think it's too big, Ruth? I think it's going to work out for what we're going to do. I do wish it was smaller, but it's what I've got, so it's what we're going to work with. It's just, yeah, we're going to work with what we've got. Floral. We're going to put some flowers in here and some bees and a bunch of stuff. I got ideas. I got a lot of ideas. Okay, so you guys are saying that. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's paint it again with one of these amazing brushes because I love these brushes. And we're going to use Waverly in the color Plaster because I love plaster. I don't have to worry about the inside because that's all going to be covered anyhow. But I think that with the ribbon I've got, the white's just going to look a lot better. Okay. All right. And we don't even have to do the back side here because it's going to go up against the board. So we have a nice area right there where we can hold on to it to paint all the rest. And let's just get messy, you guys. Let's just get messy and put the paint right on my... Let's hope it doesn't go through that paper, but... Hi, Margie! Cut it in half. I don't have anything that's thick enough to cut this thing in half. I don't. I wish that I did, but I don't. So we're gonna use it as is, and I want to stuff it. Y'all, we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it, and it's gonna look beautiful, I promise. Do you have to sand it first to help the paint? With chalk paint, you really don't have to. Chalk paint sticks to just about anything. Oh, and then I said I was going to hold it back there, and then I painted back there anyway. That's what I get for not paying attention. So I'm kind of more like whitewashing it than I am really painting it, okay? I do like it better white, for sure. Trying to get all my brush strokes as much as I can out of there, but it's not going to happen. It's just going to be what it is. We're going to love our project. I promise. Y'all are going to love it. All right. Let's get all of this part done. I'm going to try to wrap that paint all the way around if I can. So that at least if we have any brush strokes, or at least brush stop and starts. Oh, that kind of hurt my hand. They're off to one side. Oh, come on. The more I mess with it, the more it just doesn't do its thing. Okay. Gloom Day in Western Washington. What's Gloom Day? And I want to make sure that I get that little rim down there too. All right, you guys. Let's dry it up. And then we're going to just kind of rust it up a little bit. Oh, shucks. I just painted my cord. Why do I keep painting my cord? Because I do. I do that all the time. I paint my cord all the time. I'm going to look like a painter eventually, painting my cord. All right. Gloomy weather. Remove the sticker. I will eventually. Do it now while I got the heat gun out, huh? You ordered it at 9 a.m. and it shipped at 12:30. Girl, I know, right? My hand hurts from holding this thing. You guys, like I said, we're going to move fast today just to get this thing done. Any extra stuff like peeling off stickers and things, I'll come back and finish this and fix it up at a later time. I just want to be able to get the majority of the project done on the live tonight, okay? So we're not going to sweat the small stuff right at this minute. We'll fix it up and perfect it in a bit. Later on. Promise. I want to get through it tonight, though, and get it all done without being here till midnight. Because, you guys, I do get up at 6 a.m. to get my kids up for school. I usually don't get to bed till 1. So, Mama wants to get through it. Hi, Tina. It's been a minute. Well, welcome back. All right, you guys, let's grab our Waverly Antique Wax. I love this stuff. Not Waverly, you guys. My Bear Antiquing Wax. I absolutely love this antique wax that I get at Home Depot. From what I hear, it's going out of stock. They won't be carrying it. I don't know if it's that they won't be carrying it at all, or if it's just that they are going to move to a different brand. That I'm not sure. All right. So I'm just going to grab a paintbrush that is a little bit more chippy. You can use a paintbrush, you can use a towel, you can use whatever you need to use to get this on there. And I tend to just spread it either with a paintbrush or with my fingers. And I'm just going to add it on there in different spots. And just kind of spread it out. Yay, Jackie! With my fingers to give it kind of a little bit more of this just antiqued, rustic look. Dirtied up a little bit. We can go lighter in some spots and darker in others, and just kind of rubbing that across. Randomly wherever. Hi, Mary. But it just gives it a little bit more of an aged look. Is that spelled bear? It's B-A or B-E-H-R. B-E-H-R. You guys, I actually think that I don't like that. Let's do the entire thing a little bit more. I think I like the whole thing. Oh, that's better. We just needed more on there. There wasn't enough for my liking. I want it to be a lot more spread out than that. A lot more on there than what I was putting on there. So use your fingers, use a brush, use whatever you've got. And we're just kind of adding some extra color, some extra texture to it. Yeah. You guys are all like, what in the world is she doing? Hold on, though, because it's going to look fantastic. It will. Trust me. All right, we've got that to where it looks a lot more distressed now than what it did. Right? That's distressed looking. Yeah, BEHR. This right here. Okay, let's just put it in the water. That looks great. Okay. Oh, my hammer is still out there. Yep, it's Bear Wax from the Home Depot. It's called Bear Decorative Finishing Wax, and this one is in dark antique. And I would put it up there, but you can't even see the writing unless you're really close. Erlene said that her Home Depot had it for $10. They changed the can, and it's now $16.95. If you can find the old can, that's the one that you'll be able to get on sale. All right. Let's move back over to our other board for a second. Get some stuff off my table here that we're not going to need anymore. Oh, come on, go back in there. And we're going to let this kind of just... Oh, yeah, that's going to look great. We're going to let this thing dry by itself for a little bit. Okay? All right. Thank you, Rachel. This is nice and dry now. Good to go. All right, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. You were able to get it for $3 each. Oh, my goodness. That's a steal of a deal. That's a steal of a deal for sure. Okay. Where was I going with this? Oh, here we go. This is the transfer we're going to use tonight. You guys, it's called Busy Bees. Busy Bees. It's got all sorts of parts on here. It's got Even Bees Smell the Roses. Bumblebee Company Bee Farm Local Honey Made by Nature. Sweet Honey. And Home is Where Your Honey Is with a little honey bee box. So stinking cute. So cute. So let's go ahead and open this up. And what I want to attempt to do is to make a pattern on here where you can kind of see the pattern, but it also kind of blends into this background. And I have an idea for how to do this. Again, you guys, I like to just play around. I love to just play around with my transfers. I love to play around with my supplies and just see what I can make happen with all the different stuff. So, no, I haven't tested this. No, I don't know if it's going to work. Will it turn out beautiful? Absolutely, because I'm not going to stop until it does. Carol, I get it, girl. My honey is at home. But he worked 13 hours today, you guys. He worked from 6 in the morning until 7 o'clock tonight and has to be back at 5 a.m. Yeah, I feel like he's not home either, like ever. It's insane. He got this new job. It was supposed to be, he was supposed to be home by 2:30. And they've got him working 12 to 13 hour days. It's insanity. Insane. Okay, so we're going to start off with this pattern right here. It looks like a honeycomb. Let me feel for, I know, you guys, I've been single momming it up a lot lately. All right, we're going to give this a good fuzz, but before we can put it down on our transfer, you guys, what step am I just about to forget? Can anybody tell me? He works in construction, but the company that he works for is they just opened up a construction division, and so they're trying to get caught up on all of this different stuff that has kind of been needing to be done for a long time. So last week, no, the week before last, he was in Illinois at a mine, working at a mine, I guess. Thank you, Holly. I was waiting for somebody to say it. And then this week he's local and he's working at, you guys, I can't stand this. He's working at a what am I looking for? He's working at a beef butchery. Is that the right word? It's like where the cows actually go, a slaughterhouse, you guys. He's working, doing construction at a slaughterhouse. I couldn't. I would probably walk out. Even if I like, he's literally just hanging doors and doing that kind of stuff for the slaughterhouse. But he sees the trucks come in every single day with all of these cows, and then these cows don't come back out. At least not the way that they came in. I couldn't do it, you guys. It's sad. And then he comes home and I feed him meatloaf. Y'all, he loves meatloaf. Your brother-in-law's a butcher. We just got a fresh cow and a pig, and I don't know, like, there's nothing wrong with it. I eat meat. I'm a meat eater. I would buy a cow and a pig, but mentally, I want to just skip that whole part. I mean, it has to go to, yeah, you're right. I couldn't work there. But I do understand that the job that they do does feed people. And, like, you know, I mean, these cows are bred for that. But I couldn't do it. And I have a friend, too. My friend Stephanie. I love her to pieces. She's got lambs that she raises. And she raises them for lamb chops. You know the feeling your husband used to paint custom homes? And we go to work at 5:30 and come home at 10 p.m. 7 days. Oh, my gosh. Right, Terry. Does he like his job better now? So the job that he has now is longer hours, but the longer hours are temporary. And the job that he had was shorter hours, but it was really, really stressful. Exactly, Ruth. All right, so we put our wax down, and now we're going to go ahead and take a towel or whatever you've got, and you're going to buff that wax into your surface. This is going to protect all of this from being pulled up from the transfer. Yeah, he ate the meatloaf. Oh, heck yeah, he ate the meatloaf. I make fantastic meatloaf. You raise your kids alone, Brenda? Some days I feel like I am, but at the same time, John does come home at the end of the night, and he's usually the one that puts the kids to bed, so I can't really complain. I can't complain. All right, you guys, here we go. I'm just going to take this honeycomb pattern, and I'm going to put it in some random spots on here. And I'm actually going to use 2 colors tonight. Now, remember, you guys, this is just something that I kind of made up in my mind. I have no idea if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. I'm cutting up a sponge, okay? We're going to sponge paint today. We're going to sponge paint with our paste. All right, so I'm not going to try to cover the entire transfer. I'm just going to kind of go in spots. Oh, I should probably put this on color trays. It'll make it a little easier for me. And dab it in spots so that it doesn't look like it has been pasted through, but you can still see how the outline of the design, okay? I couldn't either, Mary Jo. I could not do that. I'm in the same boat. All right, so let's just, and we don't need a ton. We honestly do not need a ton, and then I go and put more because I want more. We're using shimmer shadow tonight because black velvet is out of stock. You can use black velvet if you want to. I believe that the shimmer shadow is going to look fantastic. As a military wife, I raised 4 of your children mostly alone. You know what? It happens. It happens. And we'll get through it and our children will be fantastic. I'm not alone, but yes, it's the same thing. When they work all the time, it's like you're still pulling a lot of the weight around the house. Okay, you guys, here we go. 1 sponge for black, 1 sponge for yellow. Are you guys with me? Krista, are you still here? All right, you guys, we're going to start with our black. We're going to start with our black. Hi, Sandy. And I'm just going to put some of my black. I keep calling it black, but you guys, it's shimmer shadow. You guys know I told you, though. And we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of sponge it. Right there. Let's do a little bit more here because I don't want it to have these crisp edges, okay? And then while our black is still wet, I'm going to grab the yellow and I'm going to go right over top of it. Okay. I was shocked one time Brenda did shimmer shadow on black and it did, yes. Okay, because I don't want great edges. So let's see what happens when we pull this up. It's like exactly what I wanted, you guys. I don't want that to dry in the silk screen, but I still want to show you the effect that it had on the board. If you can see it right there, do you see it? Where it's subtle, but you can definitely see that pattern going on that board without it being overpowering, right? Oh man, let's get that all dried up before I put the next one down. So we have this honeycomb, but we don't have the crisp edges. We don't have the clean lines. It just gives a little pattern to it. All right, and now we can lay it down again. Let's say right there. Let's do there all the way to the edge of the board. Why not? Let's do a little bit more right here, because why not? Let's just do it. And then go for some more of that yellow. And we're going to yellow right through all of that. I might have to put some more yellow on here. You would have used Dune in yellow. I like the black though, because to me, it's so light, but it's so great because you can definitely see it. I wanted it to blend in with the background. I feel like Dune is going to stand out too much. You guys. I think it looks so neat. But you could try Dune if you want to try Dune. By all means, you do you, boo. Bees is the key word, you guys. And if you're new to my page and you've never tried these reusable silkscreen transfers before, definitely type in that keyword bees, grab the supply list, check it out, and be sure to join Perks because you're going to get 30% off all your order all the time. And it's fantastic, and I would never be without Perks, you guys. I think Perks is just phenomenal. All right, let's press some more through there. This is just a big old random spot. And then go for some more of that yellow right on top of it. And I'm not even squeegeeing it off. We're just letting it go however it is. Oh, that's so sweet. It looks like it does kind of look like a shadow. Yeah. Yes. Hi, Terry. Thank you for the stars. Now, part of this we're not going to see because we're going to have our container on here. But, all right, let's try one that's just yellow because we've already got enough black on here. And there's enough black mixed in with my yellow. Oh, shucks a daisies. It's just pulling right up now. Stay. Stay. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's really cool. I love it. I love it. At this point, I don't even think that I need any more paste. I can probably just pounce it on there. Oh my goodness. Best idea ever. I've never had a better one. I have so much paste on here that it's just it's pulling right up, but that's okay. We're still getting the pattern through. I think I got enough of it on there now, and I like it. I like it a lot. You guys can see how it looks. Absolutely. Okay, so there's our bee pattern, or our honeycomb pattern on there. Holy cow, you guys. See, look at the time already. And I'm going to have a lot of stuff to clean up here. We're still going to need that. All right. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, everyone. I wasn't even sure if it was going to work. Sometimes you just got to try it and go with it and just kind of see. See what happens. Thank you, Kim. And I think it looks really, really awesome with that crackled background too. Okay. So there's what we've got. You guys, can you see that really, really well? So cool, right? So cool, right? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Next, please. I almost feel like, yeah, I think I'm going to. Yes. Just to make it match a little bit more, I'm going to take a little bit of this just black yellow color and add it right to my tin can, y'all. Because I like it, and I think it's just gonna, I like how it looks. Yeah, and it makes it match that a little bit better than just that brown. So this is a palette sign. Oh yeah. Gosh, I almost feel like I could go over most of this with this color. The more I do, the more I like it. You guys, look at that now. You guys, the keyword is bees. Type in that bee, that word, for all the supplies for tonight's project. Oh, you guys, I love that so much more now. It's beautiful. Yes. Yes. Okay. Sometimes we just kind of have to look ahead and see what we can do. It almost looks camouflage though, but it's really cool to have that yellow in there. It's really cool to have that yellow in there. All right, let's grab another piece of our transfer. Set that off to the side there. And we're gonna use a bright yellow piece of our vinyl. This is an adhesive vinyl, so it works just like a sticker. And we're gonna do this round one right here in the center, this B one, okay? Now when you're working with vinyl, you do want to make sure that you really give your transfer a good fuzz, because it's similar to glass when you're trying to pull it back up. And if your transfer's not fuzzed well enough, then you may stretch it trying to pull it back off of your surface, okay? Much better, says Sissy. I think so too. Sometimes it's just the little things. Now I know, you guys, this seems, oh, let's turn the glue gun on now. It seems like it is, like it's, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know what I was going to say. I forgot. That's how my head works, you guys. I can forget something just as quickly as I can think of it. But I had something important to say. I just forgot it already. Like, look, something shiny. And I'm over, and it's over with for me. All right, we're going to do the entire thing here on this in the shimmer shadow. Now, you guys, the longer your transfer stays on here, the more it's going to stick and the harder it's going to be to pull up. So try to do it as quickly as possible. And the shimmer colors are going to be your best friend because they dry so much slower than anything else. So we're just using shimmer shadow. We're just going to press that right through the silk screen. And then squeegee off all of that excess. Okay. And then as quickly as we can, we're going to get a hold of this and we're just going to pull it up. Now you don't want to pull from a corner. Always make sure that you lift that entire edge so that you have the ability to pull straight up and out, not diagonally. Oh, I had a willow hair in there, so I got a couple of little areas where it bled. How did I get a willow hair in there in 2 seconds when I pulled it off the backer sheet? I don't know, but I got one. Because it's all over me. Willow hairs are always all over me. Squirrel! Yes, that's me, Brenda. Totally me. But look at how awesome that turned out. We're going to give this a quick dry with our quick dry tool. And then we can cut this out just like a sticker. Now to make it easier to work with, I'm going to cut around it. Just like that. And then I'm going to very carefully cut around this. And I'm going to try to leave just a little bit of an edge of yellow. And I mean a little bit. Because I tried to leave more than this and then I got too close. So now we're going to make it a little bit less. And just like I said, cut it out just like a sticker. Squirrel. Now I'm not ready to put this on there just yet because I've got something else I want to do to this container first. Should have used my, but it's not a circle. Can you ink and heat press on that vinyl? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can use it as a sticker with paste, or you can ink and heat set. Yes, you can. Can't use a circle cutter for an oval. All right. I think that this is going to look fantastic. Okay, here we go. Here we go, you guys. I have more stuff that's new to me that I haven't used yet, that I got when I was at an event that I think is so stinking cute. This is from a company called 49 and Market. I bought one of their surprise boxes, and in here was this thing of some washi tapes, okay? And there's one of them that's like a honeycomb washi tape, which I just think is adorable. So we're gonna put, well, you have to stay in there washi tape because that's how you cut. It comes in this little container already too, which is fantastic. And we're gonna wrap this washi tape right around this bin. Right around this container. And I'm trying to pull it tight so that I don't have any wrinkles in it. All right, I think right there is where I need to cut it off. Right there is actually too much. But it's okay. All right, we're going to have a couple little wrinkles in here, but that's all right. It's because it's kind of, oh, look at how cute that is! Diane, I'm still live, girl! There's no replay yet. Oh, that's adorable, right? Okay, you guys, I'm going to grab out that antique wax again. And I think we're just going to put some antique wax right on this and just kind of tone down that yellow a little bit. That's right. Better late than not at all, for sure. Like I said, you guys, we have a lot to cover tonight. So I'm trying to move as quickly as I can. See, this time I'm going to use this brush because I like this brush. I have quite a bit of washi tape, and I don't use it as often as I probably could. I thought I had plenty on there, but apparently I do not. It's so bright yellow that I just want to kind of tone it down a little bit. Because everything else is definitely not as bright of a yellow as that was. Yeah, I like that a lot better, especially right there in the middle. There we go. All right, Nancy, I get it, girl. No, the washi tape is from a company called 24 and Market. And I don't know where to tell you to go get them, except I got mine at a scrapbook convention. Not convention, it was a scrapbook craft sale. But I'm sure that 29 and Market will have a website that you can probably go to get it. You love your brush like that? Me too. All right, you guys, now this is just a sticker. Now this just becomes a sticker. And we can pull it off and we can put it right in the center. of our container right there. Okay, I seriously think that that is so cute. What do you guys think? What do you guys, oh my gosh! Oh, it's adorable. I love it. Yeah, they have the washi tape. Do they have they don't have, I don't know if they have this particular kit though, because it's just by 49 in Market. I've never seen this stuff here at Hobby Lobby. This exact stuff. Thank you, Carol. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So far, I love it. All right, let's check it out, you guys. Oh, heck yeah! Okay, so I can't fill this. You guys, I still think, I don't think it's too big at all. I don't. I really don't. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use my staple gun to staple this down, but I'm also going to put some glue behind it just to be sure that it stays. And just pressing it down a little bit to make it a little bit wider and to where it stays right where I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to use some E6000. Let me grab my good one. I have a good one and I have a not good one. Yep, 29 and, is it 29? 49 in Market. 49 in Market. I did make my shirt, yes. Oh, don't even tell me my pliers are out there too. There we go, I got it. All right, so we're gonna use some of this, but then I'm also gonna use some hot glue and some staples to hold this down, okay? So the E6000 is gonna be permanent. Our staples are gonna be fairly permanent. And our hot glue is gonna be our temporary. Because I promise you the hot glue is not going to hold up super, super well. But it should hold it in place at least long enough that I can get some staples in here. Yes. All right, staple gun. Be nice to me. Oh, shucks. It might be too... I squished my container first. Well, I got one in. I'll have to use John's tap one. I got two in there to hold it down. Hopefully it didn't shift. It didn't shift, did it? No, we're good. We're good. The price for what, Christy? You use nails in yours? I was going to, but then I didn't. Christy, I don't sell for 20 or for 49 in Market. I don't. I just happened to buy one of their mystery bundles at a craft fair, and I'm using some of their stuff. That's all. You guys, it's staying, and once that glue sits up, it'll be just fine. All right, so that's what we have so far. I think it's so stinking cute so far. And it stands up on its own, which is even better. All right. Here we go, you guys. Here we go. All right. I think I'm done with this now. Oh, you want this crap that I'm working on now? Send me a message because I will forget to message you. I promise you, by the end of my live, I'm going to crash and fall asleep. You can even send me a message now and I'll check it tomorrow. But I will crash and fall asleep tonight, and I'll wake up tomorrow and believe that this was all just a dream. Is your vinyl like the one you can use for your cutter? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Here we go, you guys. Let's get this thing all dolled up. I think it looks fantastic so far. Thank you, Connie. Thank you. I never know what I'm doing with floral foam, you guys. I just kind of start cutting it into pieces and hope for the best. That was like perfect. First time. Shucks, you guys would think that I know what I'm doing. All right. Floral foam stuffed in there. Now on top of our floral foam, we're going to add some Excelsior. Ooh, you guys. Spanish moss or Excelsior? Ooh. At first I was thinking Excelsior, but now that I see my Spanish moss, which I completely forgot all about that I had, we're going with Spanish moss. Sorry, y'all. I think it says Excelsior in the cart link, but Spanish moss matches better. So that's what we're going to use. And we're going to need a lot of glue. We're going to need a whole lot of glue. So let's make a mess together. All right, y'all, here we go. Thank you, Kim. We got to get it down on there before all of that melts. Or not melts, before that all dries. We got to cover up that green floral foam. Oh my goodness! I love when my ideas work out too, you guys. I get proud of myself when it works out. Okay. There we go. There's that. So stinking cute. So stinking cute. Here we go, y'all. I have a bunch of floral over here. Random stuff that I already had. I did not go shopping for any of this. It just happened to be in my craft stash. I have no idea. I'm going to try to put the cute bees on this, yes. But they're going to be in the flower pot, I think. Now that's going to be too tall. Let's grab these and let's get everything a little bit shorter. Ooh! And we're just going to start stuffing it in there, you guys. I am not a floral artist by any means. I just kind of grab the stuff that I think looks pretty together. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Thank you. And just start putting it together. That's how I roll when I craft. There's no rhyme or reason to anything that I do. Yeah, we're gonna try to get to them. So we've got some yellows. I have more of that one, don't I? Don't tell me that's my only one of that. Seriously? That's it? That's all I've gotten? Okay, whatever. We've got some whites because the white is going to match my ribbon. She did send me some really cute beads, and I've got them right here. We're going to try to put them in this flower pot. I don't think that one's going to stay in there. All right. I've also got some baby's breath. So I think we're going to stick this in the middle. And then we can kind of just fan it out into different areas and maybe glue it down if we need to. So stinking cute. And then these ones here. You guys, it's hard to push in if you don't have the actual like stem part of it. Oh, these ones can hang over. Oh, maybe. Look at that. If I put them back there, then they hang like that. Oh, how cute. I have some blue right there. I will sprinkle some blue in there for sure. For sure going to sprinkle some blue in there. Oh my goodness. And then I feel like we just need a little bit more greenery. Oh, hey, here's another one of these. Thank you so much, y'all. We got to have some sprinklage of blue. Because of my ribbon. And then we're just going to kind of fill it in. Oh, I do have skewers, but I never even thought about that. There we go. Move them around a little bit. Oh, it's adorable. So stinking cute. All right, y'all, just a little bit of, you know, I don't think that I want this stuff. Thank you, Corey. I don't think that I want any more of that stuff. I actually think that I want some of this stuff instead. Had my eye on it earlier. And I like it a lot. So we're going to put some of this greenery in here. Thank you, Patty. Let's stuff this in the back. Nope. I'm not liking it the more I put it in there. But it needs something. It needs something else. What does it need, y'all? What does it need? What am I missing? I'm missing something. There's something missing. Thank you, Amy. This is it right here. The boxwood. Yes! The boxwood. You guys, that's filling it right in, the boxwood is. We can always glue it in too. Do I have eucalyptus? I do, but it's huge leaves for eucalyptus. Bend the greenery so it goes down. Got to glue a couple smaller ones in there. And my eucalyptus is like huge. I don't have any small ones. All right, I feel like we need one more on this side. Hi, Ro. And we can bend it down a little bit. That flower right there is messing with me. Ivy. I had some ivy, but I don't know where it's at now. It might be gone. I don't know. I'm running out of my spring stuff, y'all. Can cut them, sister. What do you mean, can cut them, sister? I don't know what you mean. You guys, I think it's good. I think it looks good. Let's put some Carol bees in there. We can always tweak it. I think it looks super cute. I like the blue in there. Wait till we get the bow on there, and then you guys are really going to say, oh, now I get it. Now I get why she put the blue on there. Now I see what's going on. The eucalyptus? No, I don't think I want to cut those down. Not those ones. All right. I never sprayed my transfers, y'all. Or maybe I did and they're just starting to dry out. Okay. You guys, we're getting so close. We're getting so close. What else do I have to do here? Oh, Carol's bees. That's right. Carol's bees. Carol sent these. These bees are perfect. Okay. I just got to be able to get to them. Go over here, y'all. Hold on a second. Real quick. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Because I've got to get some skewers. Okay. Oh, shucks. Glue gun. Don't do that to me. If it doesn't sit just perfect, then it's going to be, then it messes up. Okay. Here we go. Let's take some skewers. I could paint them black. I'm hoping that the flowers are going to, I'm hoping that the flowers are going to cover up the skewer. Ruth, I want the bees to come out of the out of the flowers. And I'm going to push them down far enough that you won't see the skewers. And if you do, then I'll paint the skewers later. So there's one. Carol sent me 2 bees. Two of these big old bumblebees that inspired this entire craft tonight. I was inspired when I saw these bees. I knew I had to do something with them immediately. Love mixing yellows with purples and blues. I agree. Man, my glue gun was not sitting in there right, and so my glue didn't get hot enough. It's temperamental at times. All right, let's let that one sit there and dry a little bit. And let's see if we can poke this one down in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Far enough. Okay, I got to glue the bee on afterwards. I got to glue the bee on afterwards because that just didn't, it came right off. That one didn't. That one stayed. Hold, please. I'll show you the bees in just a second. Oh, they're adorable. Carol, look at your bees. Carol, what do you think about your bees? They look so cute in there. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, this big old project needs a bow. It needs a bow to pull it all together. So let's make a quick bow to go on here. To finish off the top of this. So I have got actually 4 different colors that we're going to use for a bow. And I'll tell you guys right off the bat, I am not a bow maker. I'm not a bow maker. I'm not a fantastic bow maker whatsoever. But I'm going to give it my best try, okay? My best try. Wish me luck. All right, so we're actually going to do, this is why I did that color. You guys, look at how gorgeous this is. Love this. We're going to mix it with this black polka dot one, some of the burlap one, and some plain yellow, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the plain yellow. I am going to get my board back up here so I can kind of figure out my measurements here, because I don't want it to be too much. So that is the entire length of my board right there. Okay, what does that equal? I should know because it's how. Oh, thank you, Patty. 9.5. Should have known that already. All right, let's go ahead and cut this then at about 8. I don't want it to go the entire length. Amazon. Amy, I got it on Amazon. I had to order it on Amazon. It was the only place I could find it. I have been looking everywhere else for it. Thank you, Lisa Marie. All right, we're going to make some tails to start off with. Carol, where the heck did you get those bees, girl? All I know is that she's got a whole box of them. All right. We're going to do this one just shorter at 7.5. Okay, so as you line them up, each end should show just slightly. Okay, why is that? That's even, okay. Hi, Jennifer. She said Hobby Lobby last year. Let's cut this a little bit smaller. There we go. There we go. Yes, okay. I don't think that I want this in here. Or this one. These are just going to be our tails in the back. Gosh, that seems like it's so small too. It's going to work though. It's going to work. Okay. Then we're going to take that same thing. Nope. Y'all, I'm trying to get my bearings here because like I said, I don't normally make bows. So I'm trying to get it measured out to where I want it. And I think that that right there is probably good. So how far is that? That's 10 inches. We're going to cut it at about 10 and a half then. So we can, let's cut it at 11. Let's cut it at 11. Okay. There's an 11. This is an 11. This is an 11. And this is an 11. You guys, literally just measuring it based on my other pieces here. Okay. If this doesn't turn out great, you guys, then blame me. Because it's my idea. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So all we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these and we're just going to fold it like this in thirds, or in, you guys, round where where it overlaps right in the back, and just glue it. Okay, this is the easiest way that I know. Oh my gosh, Ruth, I have so much ribbon. It's insane how much ribbon I have. I need another house just for my ribbon. And I'm only overlapping them enough to be able to give them glue. So Tina actually found a really, really, really good deal on ribbon in Texas. And she sent me a humongous box of ribbon. And she picked out like the best ever ribbon for me. And then I have a Sam's Club right up the road. I now have a Costco not far from me. Joann's, Michael's. It's all so super close. So super close. Now this one here is wired really well. So I'm just going to leave it like it is. Because it will stay and then we can fluff it in a little bit. All right, you guys. Let's take these two pieces. We're going to kind of crisscross them a little bit. Are we though? Do we need two more of those? No, let's just let it go just like this. Let's let it go just like that. All right, we're going to take this one right here and put it in the middle because it's the widest. We're going to go this one next. Then we're going to go the yellow. And then we're going to go the black and white, okay? And all I'm going to do is take a piece of jute. Y'all, let's hope that this works. I don't know why I feel like I always need a whole yard of jute just to make a bow. Let's flip it over. And then right here in the center, we're just going to pinch and scrunch. And then give it a good tie. Oh, come on, pinch and scrunch where I want you to pinch and scrunch. I lost it. Pinch and scrunch where I want you to pinch and scrunch. And we're going to tie this really, really tight into a knot. And then give it a good fluff and hope for the best. No, I said a tight knot and then I let it go. Scrunch again where I want you to scrunch. Ah! Stay. John! Just kidding, you guys. He's got to get up way too early to come put his finger in my ribbon. All right. Let's check it out. Let's see what we've got. I think it's going to be adorable. Here we go. Couple of little fluffs. They're in the middle. And I'm just going one way or the other a little bit. Because I don't know what I'm doing with a bow. I just kind of go with it. But I think it's going to look cute. And normally I make them so big that they don't work. And now this one I feel like might be a little bit too small. But we're gonna figure it out. And then we've got our tails that are just, oh, you guys. You guys, I think it's a cute little bow. With all the fixins in there. Let's see how it looks on there, though. You guys, I do have zip ties. And I never remember my zip ties. What do you guys think? Off to the side? Definitely not straight in the middle. It's got to be off to the side a little bit. I think it's cute. I almost feel like I could have done 2 of each. I think it's super cute. Okay, let's glue it down. No, let's not. Let's staple it. Let's make sure that that cute little bow never leaves this board. I love tools. Now it's not going anywhere. Okay, I think it's super cute. A B for the middle. I don't know if I do or not. You tie with a piece of ribbon and then cut to have longer tails. I will remove it, darling. I'm just not going to remove it right this second. Look, we've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. This has been a long live. That's why I was like, you guys, let's not sweat the small stuff. Because this was a long live. But you guys, I don't think I have I might have a little B for the middle. What about this? You guys, I do. Look at these bees. Oh, and my glue gun is on. Yeah, I like this. So this stapler is from Home Depot and it's called a trigger. It's called a Sure Bonder Trigger Fire. All right, there we go. A little bitty bee in the middle. This sticker on the bottom, the price tag sticker on the bottom. And I'll get it. Just, it wasn't my concern right at the moment. But I will take it off of there. And I'll paint the bottom of that and rust it up, make it look different. But you guys, there it is. There's our project for today, okay? I think it turned out super, super cute. I love it. What do you guys think? met your granddaughter for the first time. Oh my gosh, we can have old. How exciting, Amanda! Yay! All right, you guys, this was awesome, but let me stop you really quick before you leave and show you guys the coasters that I finished today as well, because I know we didn't have a chance to finish those the other night. I could add a honey dipper. Oh, for goodness sakes, Wendy, I've got one. I've got some. I could definitely add a honey dipper. I love it though, you guys. Cute as a bee for sure. So cute. Okay, another personal favorite. And it stands up on its own, which we love. Okay, let's take a look at these coasters real quick because I finally got them done. I'll probably take a picture of it tomorrow. But you guys, here's our coasters finished. So there's the little box, the little bow on the front. And thank you. Here's our first one, our Oh Happy Day. You guys. There's our beetles. I removed the legs because I didn't like the legs. So we just did just the beetle parts of it. There's the one with the flower that we did. That one right there with the green flower in the middle and the purple on the outside. This one right here, you guys, I didn't position the bugs right, so I put the word love on there, so we have love bugs. And last but not least, that same one done the opposite direction. And there we have all of our coasters. You guys, the coasters are officially finished with the gold on the outside. I did get them done. I did get them done. Okay? All right, y'all. That's it for me for tonight. I've been working hard today. And I will see you guys back here again tomorrow, I hope. Hope you guys will come join me again tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be anything as big as this one. We'll probably go a little bit smaller tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching. You guys are fantastic. Love you so much. Don't forget to check out that collection. I have not sprayed them. No, I just finished them like an hour before I went live. Just finished getting that part done. So I will, though. I will. So you guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys are not yet familiar with my page or how things work, and you want to be a Perks member to get 30% off all your orders all the time, please do that. And then don't forget free shipping on $100 orders on my website now through, I think it's just the 6th, you guys, just a couple of days. So make sure you're getting your orders in with all that new stuff. Love you all so much. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.